Hi, this is Elvira from Scrappy Mania, and today I want to show you another economic album that I'm doing. And you only need 2 pieces of cardstock, 12 by 12 for your base. And you need 2 pieces of 12 by 12 pattern paper to make this whole album. It's a real simple album, and it's actually, I'm using the tri-shutter concept. And it opens like that, and there's plenty of rooms to put photos here, put a little photo here, one here, and then some journaling. You can put some journaling here, a big photo here, and it's kind of cute. You can also use it for a desk. You can lay it like that on your desk at your work, and it's a cute little album. You can make this album for like special occasion. So I'm going to teach you how to create this. So the first thing you need to do is you're going to take your cardstock, and you need to cut this, and let me give you the measurements before I forget. So you're going to go ahead and cut, let me see, you need 2 pieces of 12 by 12 cardstock. You're going to cut two pieces 6 by 12 of this cardstock. You're going to cut 2 pieces 6 by 8, and you're going to cut 2 pieces 4 by 6. So let's go ahead and start doing that. So cut 2 pieces 6 by 6, and I'm going to go ahead and cut everything off camera, and I will be back. So I already cut all my pieces. As you can see, this is an 8 by 6. So I got 2 pieces 8 by 6, 2 pieces 4 by 6, and 2 pieces 6 by 12. Okay, so once you get all your pieces cut, then the next thing you need to do is create the tri-shutter piece. So what you're going to do at the 12-inch mark, so the 12-inch mark, you're going to score at 2 inches, 4 inches, 8 inches, and 10 inches. You're going to do that for both. So you take the other one and you do the same thing. You're going to score at 2 inches, 4 inches, 8 inches, and 10 inches. Once you do that, then you're going to turn it to the 6-inch side. And on this one, you're going to score at 1.5, and I'm going to start scoring from, so this is my first score line. I'm going to go ahead because I don't want, you can score there, but I don't necessarily need to score there. Actually, let's just score there. So you're going to score at 1.5, and you're going to score at 4.5. If you're doing this for a card, you might not want to do these score lines right here. You might want to start here and score down. It's a lot easier to do it from the Fisker cutter, and it's basically this piece here. You want to keep this piece is not going to fold. What we are going to fold is the other piece. Then the next thing you're going to do, you're going to cut from the first score line, and you're going to cut all the way to the next score line down here. Okay? So I'm going to take my cutter, and I'm going to cut from this score line here. Do you see it there? All the way to this score line. Okay? Going to do the same thing on the other side and score from the first score line. So it's the 2-inch score line to the 10-inch score line. So now you have something like this. So now you can start folding it. And actually this folds down, this folds in. Okay, like you see here, this one folds over, and So there. So I created my first panel, and I'm going to go ahead and do that again. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing to the second cardstock. So to review, at the 12-inch side, you're going to score at 2 inches, 4, 8, 10. Turn it around to the 6-inch side, you're going to score at 1.5 and at 4.5. Then you're going to take your blade, you're going to cut from the first 2-inch fold line all the way to the 10-inch fold line on that 1/2 inch score line. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, then once you do that, let's go ahead and fold this over. So this folds out this way, this fold line goes in. So the middle fold line goes out, this one goes in. And then you fold it here. You're going to fold back here, fold back here. Then you're going to fold here. So let me just start folding. Okay, so this one comes out, that one goes in. This folds over. Then this one comes in. These go out. And goes like that. Okay, until you create, so basically this one out, goes down, comes out, this one's out, comes down, out, until you get that. Okay, once you get both of your pieces assembled like this, we're going to go ahead and put it together. So that's why you need your 4-inch panel, or your this is your 4x6 panel. You're going to go ahead and tape this here, and then you're going to tape the other piece here, and that's going to create something like this. Okay, so let's make sure. Sometimes I kind of have to turn it around. I think that's how it should be. Yeah, this way. So what you want to have is this T. It looks like a T to me. This T facing this way, and this T facing this way. So remember, I had it kind of like this, and then I turned it around in order to make sure that I have a T. I have a T facing this way and another T facing this way. So now let's go ahead and assemble it together. So you're only going to put adhesive on this flap, this one. Do not put adhesive here. Not here. You just need adhesive on this little flap. And then you're going to put it on the 6x4 cardstock. And actually, we need to put it on. This is what's going to go on top. See, I almost made a mistake. That's what's going to go on top of here. Actually, no, I have it right. I have it right. You're going to put this one here first. Okay. Make sure it's even. Okay, and then the next one I'm going to put it here. On here. Because remember, we're gonna cover this with a piece of cardstock. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing here. Align my pieces together. And you want to align, I'll show you in a second. You want to align it here. See how it aligns with this piece and this piece aligns there? Even if there's a gap in between, that's okay. You just want to make sure they're aligned there. So I made the first part of the album. Now, if we don't, I like to back this with a cardstock in the back, so that way you don't see that gap. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a cardstock in the back, and you're only gonna you're gonna glue the cardstock to this piece only, and that's just to make it look nicer. As you can see here, it's just to make it look nicer. Okay, and you're not seeing the ugly back like that. So I'm going to take a six by this is actually a 6 by, let me see, 6 by 12, and we are going to adhere this back here, and I want to make sure that I align it together like that. I do not want to you know, glue it like that or like that. I want to align it, so you have to be very careful with this piece. So put enough adhesive in the back. Okay, now that you have that there, then we're going to take this piece and make sure we align it. And it looks like it's nice and aligned. Okay, so we created the backing. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put the flap here. Now you can create, if you don't want the whole 6 by 6, you can probably cut this a little bit. Put this here so that way you can see a little bit of this. Which give it some interest, and I think I might do that. This one I just took another 6 by 6, 6 by 12. I put it here, as you can see here, and then I put the other 4 by 6 on here. But this covers completely the album and makes it like that. But for this one, I'm gonna spruce it up a little bit. Let me just cut. Let's see. Maybe 2 inches. Let's try it. Let's cut 2 inches. You can do whatever you want with these albums. It's up to you how you want to make it look. So I'm just going to cut 2 inches off. So actually this is a 4 by, let's see, six by 6. So I actually made a 6 by 6. And this one's actually an 8 by 6. I'm sorry. This is an 8 by 6. I'll put all the measurements on the end of my link. So that way it will be okay. You'll get all the measurements at the end. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and glue. Now for this piece, I'm going to go ahead and glue it, this here. I'm going to go ahead and glue the whole piece. Actually, just this piece, just here. So again, you're just going to glue this piece here. Don't glue don't glue this piece. It's just going to be on this flap. So you're just gonna put adhesive on this flap. Do not put adhesive on this flap. And I'll line it up. Okay. There you have it. So that way I can put pictures here and maybe even a picture here. Now let's go ahead and glue the other piece. You're gonna do the same. You're only gonna put adhesive on this flap. And that way it'll open this way. Okay, so I got my the beginning of my album. So let me go ahead and cut the other pieces. So for this, we're gonna need to cut. I got the measurements here. For your pattern paper, we'll need to cut 2 pieces, 7 7/8 by 5 7/8. And actually, if you cut, this is mainly for this. So if you cut this as 6, instead of using the 8 by 6, and you cut it 6 by 6, then you're only going to cut one piece, 7 7/8 by 7 5/8. And the other piece, you're going to cut it 5 by 7/8, 5 by 7/8. And the reason why I want to do 7/8 because I want to give a little bit, as you can see here, I don't want to completely cover the background cardstock. I want just a tiny little bit to be smaller than my cardstock, so that way you can see that little outline. So you're going to need for this album, if you followed along with me, for this album you're going to need 1 5 7/8 by 5 by 7/8, 1 7 by 7/8 by 5 by 7/8. You're going to need 2 3 by 7/8 by 5 by 7/8. You're going to need 8 1 3/8 by 1 7/8. And all the measurements are going to be on this in the end of the tutorial. You're going to need 4 pieces by 2 by 7/8 by 1 by 7/8. You're going to need 2 pieces, 3 7/8 by 2 7/8. Then 4 pieces, 1 by 3/8 by 3 7/8, and then 1 by 1 7/8 and by 5 7/8. Again, I'll put all the measurements at the end of this video in my description. I'm going to go ahead and cut all my pieces. I'm going to ink them, and then I'll come back and we'll reassemble them together. Okay, I cut all my pieces. Now I'm ready to assemble and put it on my pages. I already went ahead and put some adhesive in the back. And one of the things that I did take my decorative scissors, my Post-it stamps decorative scissors, and I cut out a little strip and I attached it onto the front page. So this is going to go here. Okay. And then I rounded the corners, as you can see. I'm going to put this in the front. Okay. And then my next piece is going to go here, so I'm going to put this here. And you can see a lot of the pieces I cut and I inked it. So I'm going to go ahead and assemble all my pieces. I have everything cut, ready to assemble. So I'm going to go ahead and assemble my pieces, and I'll come back and show you the final product. So I'm almost complete with putting all my pattern paper, and the best way to put the pattern paper is to lay it down flat, and then you can put your pieces. So the next piece will be in the middle, and as you can see, it will hide the little imperfection or the gap that you see there gets hidden with this pattern paper. Now, then I'm going to apply a pattern paper in the back. And this is the 8 by 6. And actually everything, I cut it a little smaller. So this is a 7 7/8 by 5 5/8. Okay, so I'm complete. I completed the album. Oops. Okay, so it goes like that and it goes like that. Now, see how it kind of pops up? I want something that will keep it in place. For this one, I actually used a magnet. So there is a magnet under here, as you can see there. There is a magnet underneath the paper. And that's what kept this one closed. But it's still kind of, even though it stays closed here, it kind of opens up a little bit here. So then I decided to use a ribbon. So I'm going to use a ribbon. Then I'm going to place it around here. And then we can tie it close. But before I put the ribbon, I'm going to go ahead and put a little journaling spot that say favorite places, and I'm going to place that there to hold my ribbon down. And then I'm just going to measure enough to create a bow, and I think this is more than enough. And then one thing you want to do with the ribbons is you want to burn the edges so that way it doesn't unravel on you. So you just basically take a lighter and burn the edges. Okay, so I'm done with that. Now let's go ahead and place my ribbon. So I'm going to take, first I'm going to take the middle part down, the middle sticky part, double adhesive tape. And I'm taking the rest of the double adhesive off. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and just place this down. I think I like it there. And that will keep my ribbon secure. And then I can go ahead and tie a bow on my scrapbook. Okay, so there is my album. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It's a very simple album. It's a great gift album, and I actually like this one better with the cutting. So this is 6 by 6 instead of 8 by 6, and this one is an 8 by 6 covered there. So I hope you liked my tutorial and come back to see me for some more. Thank you for watching. Bye.